Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Yes, it's the weekend. And you know what? Something pissed off the older man today. And it's been going around for a while, but two men sent me the same message. And you know what? It's frustrating me because I notice a pattern with mainstream media. They're very anti-men. And you know what? I'm just saying it. The level of misandry, for those of you that don't understand what misandry is, it is the opposite of misogyny. Misandry means the hatred of men, the hatred or the contempt of men. Now, it all rised up because of this one video, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this, but I need to put in and chime in with my little 2 cents. This video right here, because this was Joy on The View. You guys know the American channel The View, where there's a panel of 4 women. They're literally the worst of the worst of females representing America. But the problem with it is that they're highly influential. They're highly influential. And when these women are poisoning the minds of other women who are watching them, it's not good for society at all. I just don't understand why they're still on air. It blows my mind. So check out this segment here that sort of made me a little bit perturbed.
So there's this clip going viral online of a dozen women being asked the following question: do we need men? Most answered very quickly, no. And only one said she thought women needed a man in their lives. Only one. But when men were asked a similar question, do we need women? Most of them said yes. So why do you think that is?
Because men are useless.
That's the ghouls on The View just having a normal conversation about whether or not we need men. And as you can see, they definitely didn't come off like narcissistic sociopaths. Welcome to Nerk News, I'm Nerkish, and it seems like living in an echo chamber may have some downsides because the ladies of The View recently faced some backlash from their audience after making outlandish statements about men. And when I say audience, I'm not talking about the trained seals clapping in the studio. So let's take a few minutes to review their comments and see what their viewers are saying online.
And by the way, I want to differentiate between straight men and gay men, because I think I would die without gay men. Nobody can gossip like gay men. Nobody can help you accessorize like gay men. Nobody can help you keep you from doing harm to yourself like gay men.
Can you imagine? I want us to flip the switch. I had a show where, do we need women? No. Women are bitches. Women are this. Women are nasty. Women are cheaters. Women are fake. Women are, but I like butch women, man. I love butch women. Give me a dyke any day. Give me a dyke any day that could get down and dirty with me and drink a beer. I would be cancelled instantly. Instantly. My name would be dragged through the mud. There would be some accusation of some woman that I 15, 20, 30 years ago. There would be some child trafficking or some international trafficking sex charge. It all has to come back to the sex charge. Yeah, somebody got to go down for something they did sexually decades ago in order to bring a man down. Because it seems like that's the only charge that will stick. That's the only charge that does not require any hard proof. Just her word against your word. Forget evidence. No. And if any other charge requires evidence, but they will get you, they will bury you on the sex charges. You ever realize, gentlemen, that that's the only charge that is used when it's required to bring a man down? Yeah, I can't help thinking that there's something deeper going on with trying to manipulate women. And the mainstream media is literally at the forefront of pushing a certain agenda so that women stay single, women stay lonely. I'm going to finish up this gentleman's video because he has some great points here.
For years, women have said that men are damaging their self-esteem and mental health because of societal beauty standards and expectations, but those are really just from gay men and other women. Straight men really don't give a crap about any of that stuff. So all of that judgment and negativity women are experiencing isn't from straight men. I mean, there was a study where men and women were asked to give their criteria for a second date, and men only had 3. Is she cute enough? Is she warm and kind? And is she interesting to talk to? Meanwhile, women had 300 different things. So, maybe all those people the ladies of the view are surrounding themselves with don't necessarily have their best interest at heart.
I have Handy Manny at home. He fixes everything. When things go bump in the night, he's the one that goes downstairs. When there's a bug to be exterminated, he does the extermination.
Nope.
When there is something to be fixed, he fixes it. He throws out the trash and he throws out the recyclables. I enjoy all the man stuff.
So wait a second. Listen, I know what you're going to say, but wait. She's really talking about a servant, let's face it.
No.
It's a handyman she's talking about.
No, it's a handy manny.
Oh, it's a handyman with benefits.
We do not have...
Well, but the things that you're describing, you could pay somebody to do that. We're not talking about that. What about the inner life of a man? That's what this is about.
I need my man 3 to 4 times a week. And good for you guys. Then the rest of the time I need a wife.
Wow, 2 sex jokes in the same segment? How original and clever. Feminism really does just turn women into crappy versions of what they think men act like, and we're seeing that here. It's just like when empowered female comedians try to one-up men by making the same crude jokes over and over. The effects of this brand of feminism have been disastrous for women. I mean, no one seriously looks at The View and thinks, yeah, the world would be better if we had more emotional women screaming at each other and crying. For Pete's sake, the lady who was just talking said she suffers from depression and anxiety so bad that she can barely make it through a State of the Union because she might hear something bad. Current data suggests that 1 in 4 women claim to have some mental health problems that they're taking prescription drugs for.
Broadly speaking, I feel like men have proven largely useless. Like, I think in the political moment, the people who are saying what needs to be said in my party, it's all women. The very few men, with the exception of Mike Pence and a few others, are saying what they need to. But in life, like, I need my husband. I don't know if I need any other men, but he is irreplaceable.
But women have conversations about their feelings. Men talk about sports, cars, all that stuff.
I don't know. My husband talks about his feelings with his
Maybe he's gay. Next.
Man, I listened to this. Maybe he's gay. Oh, you got a good man? Oh, maybe he's gay because he's doing things that, real men do. I don't get it. I really do not get this line, this whole agenda. It's rotten. I want you ladies to listen to that, then reverse the roles, and anytime she mentioned any sex act, I only need him 3 to 4 times a week. Yeah, I only need her 3 or 4 times a week. Otherwise, you know what? She means nothing. I don't have any use for her. I mean, why do I need her? I mean, I could get a maid. I can get a cleaner, to come in. I can get a chef to come in and cook for me. Why would I need any woman? Imagine if I said that on air. And if you think that what he said is a problem, I want you to listen to some of these. And just so you understand, this is where the video came from.
No.
Do we need men?
Honestly, no.
Do we need men?
No.
Why?
Do men need women?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Do women need men?
No, absolutely not.
What would society be like without men?
I think the great men stay, the trash men go. Where's the trash man? Take them out.
What percentage of men are good and what percentage are trash?
10% are good.
Yeah.
90 are trash. Yeah.
What would society be like without women?
Absolutely terrible.
What do you think feminism has done to modern day women?
I think modern day feminism is just an absolute disgrace. I think it's become a political weapon to push the narrative that women are inferior to men and women are not valued in society and women need to fight and be almost super aggressive towards men is completely wrong, because women are probably one of the most valuable things in society.
And feminism tells women that men don't believe they're valuable.
Feminism tells women that men don't value them as a whole, but I think feminism makes women feel like they're not valuable to themselves, and I think that's the worst message that you could instill in the younger generation.
We need each other. Yes, men get lonely. Yes, women get it worse because they're more social than we are. But that's part of who they are as a gender. They're more emotional than men. So they tend to want to be able to communicate with another party rather than men who can think about nothing. Women can't. And I say that with a joke, but it's true. Women have a hard time shutting up. There's a reason for that. She needs someone to talk to.
When a man wants to get married, he's only getting married truly for one reason. Because let me be honest with you women,
the men can work and provide for themselves. He does not necessarily need you to cook, clean, and have sex, because he can get sex from multiple women. They're giving it out. A lot of them can cook and clean. Their mother taught them, or they can pay someone to get it. The culture is telling them, do not get married. So why would a man go past what the culture is telling him and choose to have a wife? Because with a wife, you can now have love, you can now have nurturing, you can have support, you can have affection. This is what he can't get from a roommate. So if that is not what you're leading with in your relationships with men, is love, support, nurturing, and respect, this is why your husband is now pulling away, because in the beginning you gave him those things. But as you got into the relationship, you got bitter, you got resentful, you start seeing his flaws, start counting that against him, you start measuring him against other men, and now you're pulling back on the love, the affection, and the nurturing.
Oh, I love how she put that together. Facts, facts, and more facts. So now I want you guys to just listen to where the women are right now, okay? This is where women are mentally right now. So I want to show you a quick clip. I want us to just examine what's going on. I want to show you a great video on where women are right now, okay? This sort of brings it home.
If this isn't proof that it's totally okay not to be married by 30, I'm in the Sahara Desert with 18 incredible women about to go ride camels in the sunset.
I'm just having a really hard day and trying to get ready.
That women tend to be happier when they are single.
I could have married a lot of the people that I've dated.
Okay, I turned 40 this year and I've never been in love. I've never been in a relationship.
If you hear something or an update about your ex and it just kills you.
Women tend to be happier when they are single.
Struggling financially, being alone, having no one there to talk to as you age, no kids.
And I always thought I would have kids. I thought I would be married by now. And now the closer I get to it, and I'm scared. I don't know.
I didn't think it would be an issue. I'm 32 years old.
I'm 53. I would like to think that I'm still young, right?
The fact that you're 40 and single, still with no children, and now you find out that she's 8 weeks pregnant, and you so want to feel happy for her, but inside you feel so sad.
Happier when they are single.
I'm in a stage of life where I'm watching all my friends get married and have babies, and
you know that at 40 you are running out of time, and soon you won't have a choice at all.
No choice. That brings it home, my friends. It brings it home. You all don't see a problem, ladies? Really? You don't? You could keep lying to yourselves, or you could just wake up and start telling other women, stop it. Simple. It's not that difficult. Start pushing back on the mainstream media who's pushing this nasty narrative, because it ain't serving you guys. Get out on social media. Start sounding the alarm, because take it from an older man. Your late 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, I'm telling you, it's a lonely, lonely freaking world if you don't have a partner. That job that you think is going to be your savior, it's not going to be your savior. That so-called career that you're chasing, that's not bringing you comfort at night. It's a lonely, lonely world out there. You know that apartment that you're living in? I want you to think about that word. Apartment. Apart from everybody else. Think about it. Now that men are pulling back, now that more men are going overseas, the Philippines, Thailand, Brazil, Colombia, they are moving to other countries where the women respect them as men, where the women want them, need them, cherish them, where the women see value in them. Men are leaving. This is what mainstream media, and this is what large corporations have done to women. Just have a quick listen on this video.
It's been more fulfilling for me since my mid-30s than it ever was before that. So just know that your best years are ahead of you, and you are never too old, and it's never too late.
So that's the bullshit and the lie that you have been told. Oh, it's okay. You're in your mid-30s. Girl, you can freeze your eggs. Girls, you could be happy. You're going to be in the best state of your life. So these are the feminists who are pushing this agenda and helping to perpetrate a lie. But I want you to listen to the women who have just said, okay, I can't lie anymore.
Fun.
Yeah, the women following that dumbass advice, they are suffering. They're suffering. I want to show you that gender. I want you to watch this clip of Cher. I think back in the late 90s. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to this. But she was quite young back then. But this clip has been going viral around the internet. I've seen it many times. And I thought that she was actually one of those hardcore feminists. Right? And she was quite anti-men because this was the clip I saw. She was on the Saleh Jesse Raphael, I think that's the name of the show. And she was asked this one question. Listen.
Do you think men are important? Like for what?
So now that's the clip that has been stitched quite a few times. I've seen this clip many times, right? Do you think men are important? Cher responded, like for what? Ha! The audience laughs, right? And then it cuts off, and then it would be clipped with other women who are putting down men. But let's look at the full show in the follow-up, and then you can understand where the agenda is being pushed. Here it is.
Like for what?
Wait. Hold up.
Do we need men? I'm see if I can run this back into the tape of my mind. That's not what you said. You said, how do you feel about men? Are men important? Are men important? Yeah, you said for what? Okay. And I said, well, like, would you need one would you need to marry at this stage of your life? Would that be something to do? Well, I mean, it's not that I wouldn't want to do that. If I met the right man, I would certainly entertain the idea. I like men a lot. I mean, I have nothing against them. I think they're great. You know, I think that this is going to get me in trouble with all the women, but I think that women make unreasonable demands on men, and they don't make reasonable demands of themselves. What's that mean? Because I think women have the capability to do everything that they want to do, anything that they want to do, and it's easier to try to get it out of a guy. And I just, you know.
So, you see what I'm talking about, gentlemen? The clip of Cher was passed around many times about her, but for what? Why do you need men? But the full clip gives you the full story. So it shows you that there are many women out there pushing an agenda that make other women think that this is the norm. Most women want a man. That's the reality of it. They want a man. They understand and see the value of a man. But mainstream media, they should be ashamed of themselves. The View should be canceled. Every one of these ladies that mentioned this about men should be canceled today.
Why can't we be women today say they don't need a man?
Because we're independent as hell.
If a man has friends, doesn't want kids, hires a maid and hires a prostitute, why would a man need a woman?
What? Shit. He could learn one or two things from a woman.
Like what?
Love. Yeah. Love.
Okay. Do you think that men are incapable of love without a woman teaching them?
No.
Why do women think they're the ones who should define love and emotions?
Because we're more passionate, right? We're more passionate.
Where's the evidence of that?
This, gentlemen, is the reason why you have to keep pushing through women in their bullshit talking points. You got to push across that. Oh, we're independent as hell. No, you're not. You're not independent. Most of you can't even get through 1 month without one problem. Most of you are literally one paycheck, one slip up from going bankrupt. Most Western women are, because your spending habits are incredibly high. That's the reason why you hold 80% of the consumer debt. 80%. 20% are only for men, because men don't shop and spend on dumb shit like most women. So, all I'm saying to you ladies, you all have to start pushing back on all of this crap that you hear. You have to push back and push back hard, because there are women out there that are on an agenda that does not benefit you. Men can't do it for you. You have to push back. You have to say, hey, enough is enough. We're losing our men. They're leaving. We are lonely. You have to take some accountability and responsibility for the women that are doing you harm. Otherwise, you're losing, and you're losing fast and hard. Trust me, I get the calls. I get the calls from women who need help, who looking desperately for a man.
Why can't we be equal? Why do you feel superior to me?
Let me ask you this. Do you want a man that's taller than you?
Yeah.
Would you prefer a man that's stronger than you physically?
Yes, I do.
Would you prefer a man that can lead you?
Absolutely.
Would you prefer a man that's more competent and more intelligent than yourself?
I just said that. I
Yeah?
can't
Doesn't sound
disagree.
anything equal there to me.
Ouch. But what if I am strong?
You're not. That means that we are not equal.
Yeah, we're not. We're not. But don't.
said
Oh,
a second ago
God.
that we were.
Okay, all right.
Got him.
Got me.
This is the problem. This is the sour pill that a lot of you all cannot bear to swallow, because they've all pushed this narrative of, oh, equality, equality, want equality. We're not equal. We're different. We're different. Women have what they bring to a man, and it's supposed to be femininity, okay? You being female. Men bring masculinity. And these two combined, the yin and yang of life, is what makes everything works in harmony. The reason why the world is out of harmony right now is because they've told you that you could be men. That's where the problem is. So when you hear me hit you guys hard, you ladies, I keep pushing the ladies. Oh, older man, Paul, all you do is talk about the problems with women. Why is it that men aren't the problem? Because there's not a lot of men out there trying to become feminine. Feminism has pushed you women to become equal. That means you want to be like men. There is no group that's pushing men to become like females. It's still feminism pushing men to become more feminine. I am anti-feminist, because feminism have grown into a nasty, nasty animal that has to be stopped. It is not benefiting women. And you all have to wake up and realize that that's the position that you're in. That's why you're losing. If you want to be lonely thinking that, oh, I can make my own money, I can have my own OnlyFans, and I can open my legs, and yeah, the depression rates amongst women right now is at an all-time high. It's going through the roof. There's a reason for that, because you all are out of pocket.
Is a man less of a man if he can't change a flat tire?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Is a woman less of a woman if she can't cook a meal from scratch?
We're biased. We're women. No, that's not a good answer.
Do you believe we're in a transitional phase between women being old-fashioned and being independent?
Yes, we're already there.
If so, what are we transitioning to?
Feminism.
I hope we're transitioning to women and men being equal.
We're transitioning into a lot of women being cat ladies.
Do you think a woman would be welcomed at a woman's march if she's pro-life or has traditional values?
Nope.
So do feminists really care
Not
about
nowadays.
all women, or just the women who agree with them?
Feminists do not care about women.
So is it really about women's choice?
No, because it's not allowing each individual woman to decide for herself. It's not respecting each individual woman. It's conforming to a propaganda.
Thank you, lady. Thank you so much for just summing it up for me. Ladies, you're being fooled. You're being bamboozled. You're being hoodwinked. So guys, I'm going to leave it here. I just thought I'd bring this one home because it's insane what I'm seeing, and it's getting worse. It's getting worse. The West is pretty much screwed. I can tell you that right now. So guys, give me a thumbs up if you've reached this far. Please support the channel. Hit the subscription button. Turn on the notification bell. If you have a quick question for the older man, get me over on Instagram. Send me a voice message. And of course, if you want to have a one-on-one conversation with me for half an hour, get me over on askanolderman.com. All right, so until next time, remember, whenever in doubt, always ask an older man. I'll see you soon. Cheers.